Call this meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Board recognitions. Recognition of services.
Yeah. All right, so I'd like to start out this meeting on behalf of the school board and the district. Present this to Brent Anderson for 6 years of dedicated service to the school district of Clear Lake from April 2011 to April 2017. Your services will be missed, and we appreciate everything you've done for us.
I haven't done this one for a while.
Ready? Big handshake. 2, 3. Got her.
Right. Very good.
Very cool. Yeah, thanks, Brent.
Yeah, thank you, Brent. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Now we'll move on to the approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting March 27th, 2017. Does anybody have anything that we need to change? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the board minutes of the meeting March 27th. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Then we'll move on to the approval of the general fund vouchers, 74,475 through 74,503. Wire transfers 161,70344 through 161,70370. And activity fund vouchers 2717 through 2759.
Move to approve.
I will second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve the general fund vouchers as read. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Any comments from the public tonight? Okay, then we'll move on to our spotlight on education.
Okay, so we're gonna have to table the business ed program. I apologize. We're gonna have to shift that to next month. So tonight, spotlight on education. We have the FCCLA state qualifiers, and Parker Rindell has agreed to come in and present on how they did at state.
So this year at FCCLA state competition, we had a really good time. We left last week on Monday. We attended a lot of sessions because it's a competition as well as a conference. So we attended a lot of sessions to build our leadership skills and communication skills, which is always nice. And then we competed on that Tuesday. We had a total of 6 teams go down. 2 of those teams are advancing to nationals in Nashville, Tennessee. And 5 teams got gold and 1 got silver. And it's the top 2 in each category that move on to nationals. So we were fortunate enough to have 2 teams in the top 2 of their category that are moving to nationals. And then we attended some more sessions, and we have opening ceremonies and kind of an opening thing with everybody who attends from the whole state, so we get to meet a lot of new people, and overall it's just a really good experience.
I'll list, we have, correct me if I'm wrong, Parker, but this is what I have. Vivian Tolgren took a gold.
Yep.
Samantha Hurd took a gold. Cameron Lilly and Parker Rindell took a gold. Casey Larson and Emma Schmidt took a silver. And Brittany Avery, Taylor Atkins, and Peyton Lilly took a silver. Is that,
yep.
Am I missing anybody?
Team with Brittany, and they're going to nationals, and then Veda and Abby are also going to nationals.
Okay, so well done, and sounds like they represented Clear Lake extremely well.
We always enjoy representing Clear Lake and showing a positive light on our school. So it was a very enjoyable time.
And can I just say that everything that I've been a part of lately, I feel like Parker has been there and represented our district. So this young man really represents the school of Clear Lake, the district, extremely well, and is involved in pretty much everything that we have to offer, and does it very, very well. So congratulations, Parker.
Yep, thank you very much.
And the FCCLA teams moving on to nationals. So
Nice job. Okay, then we'll move on to our new business. The first item is the approval of the Canvas Committee report.
So the Canvas Committee met on April 7th, 7:30 a.m. We reviewed all the documentation of the votes that came in, and they were as reflected as what I had sent you the night of. So everything looked accurate, and We'll have Mr. Greg Frenshu returning to the school board and Mr. Skip Grosskreitz joining the school board.
Very good. So then we will move on to our next item of business, the official oath of the school board
I believe that
member.
one has to be.
that one.
Oh,
To make a motion to approve that.
I'm sorry. Then I will entertain a motion to approve the canvas committee report.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the canvas committee report. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Now we'll move on to the official oath of the school board members. And I think Pete gets to do that.
And then I do them each separately, correct?
Good.
You gotta go talk to Pete.
That's right. You want to go first?
You're a civilian now.
If you're a first-time board member, do you have to sing the school song?
I thought that was returner.
All right, so repeat after me, please. I, Kevin Skip Grosskreitz,
I, Kevin Skip Grosskreitz,
who has been duly elected
who has been duly elected
to the Board of Education of the School District of Clear Lake,
to the Board of Education for the School District of Clear Lake,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof,
but have not yet upon the duties thereof,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of said office to the best of my ability.
of said office to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Sign it?
You
Yeah.
will sign.
Yeah, we'll get you to sign.
Yes.
Here, you want to sign this one?
There you
I
go.
got this one.
All right, you ready? I, Greg Frenshu,
I, Greg Frenshu,
who has been duly elected to the Board of Education
who has been duly elected to the Board of Education
of the School District of Clear Lake,
of the School District of Clear Lake,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of said office to the best of my abilities.
of said office to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We got a copy for each of them?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Skip, welcome aboard.
Okay. Yeah, welcome aboard, Skip. Now then, we'll move on to the next item of our new business. It would be reorganization of the school board members. So that's where we divvy up the offices. Does anybody have any suggestions or how we go about this? We don't really have a set way of going about it. We just kind of gentlemanly and gentlewomanly hash it out.
Well, if there's no opposition, I would be willing to stay on as clerk.
If
I'm
there's
fine
no,
with staying too.
yeah, I'm fine with where I'm at too.
I'm fine with where I'm at, so.
So that would make you vice president.
Sounds fine.
Best job. Good thing.
Except when Greg forgets during hay season.
Yeah, or skip agenda items.
That's the big one.
Yeah. Okay, well then we'll keep everything the same and put Skip at VP. So then next we'll move on to the approval of the school psychologist, special ed director.
Do we have to make a motion for that?
I don't think so, do we?
Well, we become their official titles, I would.
I
hurt.
think a skip is new. I think we would, yeah.
Each individual, or
I think you do it as one whole.
I
Okay.
move to approve Greg as president, Skip as vice president, Pete as as secretary, me as treasurer.
I'll
And
second
David as
that.
member.
All right.
All right, it's been properly moved and seconded that the positions as said. All those in favor signify by saying, do we get a second? We got a second.
Yep, he did.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now we'll move on to the approval of the school psych special ed director contract. And
So this one, if you guys had questions, that we could table it and move into closed session. Otherwise, it can be.
does anybody have any questions? Do we want to put that into closed session?
This is included in your notes, right?
It's pretty much what you've shown us in the past, right? I mean,
Yes.
Okay. Nothing new.
No.
Okay, then I will entertain a motion to approve our school psychologist and special ed director.
I'll make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the school psychologist special ed director contract. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. And now the introduction of our valedictorian and salutatorian.
Okay, so we have two individuals. One, Jake Doyle. Doyle was not able to make it tonight due to being sick, but he is the son of, and correct me if I'm butchering names, Mr. Peterson or Mr. Gillis. Shannon Uhl, Derek Dole Jake has been named as valedictorian of the Clear Lake High School for 2017. He's been active in the high school as 4-year participant in track, basketball, freshman year, Spanish club, student council, and after graduation he plans on attending the University of Wisconsin in Eau Claire, where he intends to major in biology and criminal justice. So congratulations to Jake. And then our salutatorian, Courtney Swagger, who is here tonight. So I'd like to officially say congratulations to you. Daughter of Hope Swagger and late Stephen Swagger has been named salutatorian for the class of 2017. And after graduation, Courtney plans on attending Wisconsin Indian Head Technical College in New Richmond to become an occupational therapist assistant. She's very excited about receiving this degree and pursuing new and exciting challenges. Courtney has also participated in a lot of extracurricular activities within the district, one of which the dance and cheer team, she's done a remarkable job on the dance and cheer team, and they've really done a nice job supporting all of the sporting events here in the district. So congratulations, Courtney.
Yeah, good job.
Very neat. And best of luck in New Richmond.
Yeah. Okay. Then we will move on to our consideration / approval of our senior high school parking lot repair.
Okay. So it's that time of year already where we're starting to close on the budget, which is just crazy, and we're talking valedictorian, salutatorian, so it's just the year's flown by. This agenda item we talked about last year. If you remember, we ended up the board ended up approving it, but then I made the decision to not go ahead and purchase all of it. We did purchase 9,000 of what was board approved last year and sealed part of the parking lot here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in. Sealed up the cracks and some of the main issues here in the junior senior high parking lot. This year, I'm looking for board approval to have the whole parking lot finished up, which is like the second half of what we did last year. So last year, the quote that came in this year, one of the three quotes that we have is actually quite a bit less than what the original quote was last year, which was good to hear. So we're looking at about a $20,000 approval is what I'm looking for this agenda item to be done right away in the summer.
That sounds good. Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the parking lot repair.
I'll motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve the junior senior high parking lot. repair. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Then we'll move on to our superintendent annual goals.
Okay. So we talked about kind of a goal, action, along with an action plan. I created this template for you guys. As I was writing, and I told my wife it almost looks like I'm on a plan of improvement or something. But I wrote this out with the purpose of the goal is to we had talked about kind of helping me out where we don't have kind of things that need to be looked at and changed kind of all in one year, and maybe have more of a focus so that way I don't this year we talked about 3, 4, 5 different things that needed to be changed that took a lot of time. So the goal that I've developed for this year, for the end of this year and then into next year, will be during the 2016-2017 and 2017-2018 school year. I will develop a district safety committee that will review the current safety plans and develop and implement new safety procedures for the Clear Lake School District. We've already started this process. A safety committee team has been developed, and we're in the process of reviewing those plans and then creating plans that look a little different, and then also adding some key elements that aren't currently in there. One being a reunification plan that is key to what we do right now. In the past is called the ALICE. It's called an ALICE training. We're really moving away from that and calling it just kind of an option-based training, which is ultimately ALICE falls under that same umbrella. But the problem with that is if you have kids and staff and individuals leaving the building right now, we don't really have a location for them to go to, and then we don't have a plan to reunify those kids with their families. So that's really the main piece that we're looking to create, along with kind of revamping our current procedures and having them look a little bit different. So as far as how this goal will be measured, it's measured based upon really completion, and it'll be a working document like all safety plans are that you review and kind of update them, on an annual basis. Why the goal is important, I think that safety is ultimately the most important thing in every district. And action steps, I kind of threw in the I will statements, stuff that's already in the works is I will implement the safety committee. It's already been developed. I will have the administrative team and the safety committee team review all the current safety procedures, as well as develop new safety procedures that are needed. And then I will implement the new safety procedures in the fall. My hope is the fall of 2017-18, that at the beginning of next year it will be ready to roll out to everybody. And then from there, I've already talked to both Mr. Gillis and Mr. Peterson. We're going to start incorporating 5 to 10 minutes of safety at every staff faculty meeting, because I think too frequently you have your veteran teachers are very aware of the plan, and those newbies coming in are have kind of been left out of that process because it's already been developed. And so to just kind of continually cycling through all the safety plans, just a couple minutes at each one, I think will be good for everybody. Timeline for the goal, like I said, completion of will be the fall of 17-18, so next year. And then I did put in there the purpose of the goal. Action plan is to ensure that the district board and superintendent have a clear understanding and vision of what will be accomplished throughout the evaluation cycle. These goals will be agreed upon by the board and the superintendent and attempt to better focus for the 2016-17 and 17-18 school years. And then that second page is just really templates as far as if you guys did, we talked about kind of having 2 kind of main goals, and if the board wanted to create a goal, there's some templates in there as well that you can look at.
Okay, so we've got your main focus, Josh, on what you want to work on throughout the year. Now, does the board want to, we've tossed it around a couple of times. Is there anything specific that we want to set for ourselves as goals?
Set for ourselves as a board?
As a board.
I think we talked about going through the policy manual,
Yep.
section by section, that needs to be addressed.
Yep.
How do we want to implement it?
I think either we need to set aside a time at a board meeting or set up a second, a special meeting that we really take a look at it and figure out how do we divide and conquer this thing, because it's a big undertaking. I think either we just get it on the calendar for one of the upcoming meetings, or we put together a special meeting where we, decide who's going to be in charge of which section and who's going to work with them, maybe.
Set a timeline and start on it.
Yep.
Okay.
You can assign homework.
Yeah. Yep.
Did we talk about anything else? Or was
Well,
that enough?
we talked about, if the board wanted something for Josh, one of the things we've been continually kind of talking about is that coach's handbook or that athletic handbook. That would be something that I think we were all in agreement that we want to see done sooner than later.
And a new evaluation process / form for you.
Yeah, we talked about an evaluation form. We talked about a coach's handbook. We talked about the policies.
That's enough.
Well, I think the policies and the evaluation form fall under the board, but then the coaches is kind of led by you and Mr. Rosine. Yep.
We don't really have, I don't know what we've got on our next agenda. If we wanted to, if our next agenda wasn't that thick, maybe we could put it on there.
At least get her started and see where we need to go from there.
Ongoing process for years, probably.
I think it'd be nice to start with the, that first section of board policies. We talked about developing a, policy committee. The only problem with that is, all the policies are, you could almost have a different committee for each
Section.
section of the policy. So I think it'll be good to start with just the board, the 100 series with the board, and see how that goes, and then we can kind of discuss, how we do want to bring other stakeholders into that process and what that would look like.
That's a good idea. That would also serve as getting Skip familiar with how we operate. And okay. So then, when we get to the future agenda items, we'll mark that down then.
Okay.
Okay, anything else on the goals? Well, thank you, Josh, for bringing the safety to the forefront then.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on then now to our superintendent notes.
So we have spring sports started. We've had baseball is 3-1, I believe. Softball, Mr. Peterson, help me out. Are we 2-0?
I can't keep track of which ones were canceled. I know they haven't lost yet.
Okay.
2-0 or 3-0.
Apologies, I didn't mean to get you off guard there. But either way, the both teams have been doing really well. We had the FCCLA, like Parker had shared with us. Those individuals did a really nice job. The FFA Parley Pro team also qualified for state. I was able to attend the FFA banquet, which was very impressive to be a part of. I wanted to open with a farmer joke, but I didn't think it was the right venue for that. But no, I was, in all seriousness, it was very well done, and really neat to see all of the community members that support our FFA program. And then, I think darn near everybody took home. I think Mr. Peterson alone took home about 6 turkeys, but they had donations, and it was almost everyone there took home something. So it was really neat to see, and the kids did a really nice job really running it. I thought our high school FFA program almost runs that banquet, and they really do a nice job running it and moving it along. And some really neat skills that those kids develop as part of FFA. It's not just what I had envisioned coming into the district, having very little knowledge of what FFA is, but it's really more than just your future farmers of America. It really truly is some really neat skills that these kids take away with them that has more to do than just the farmer component of the FFA. So I was very impressed, and it was neat to be a part of. Another thing, and I know I say this a lot, but I really mean this. We had the carnival night on the 7th. We had I don't want to say our first carnival, because I guess there was a carnival quite a few years ago. I'm not sure how long back, but quite a way. So first carnival in a long while, and it blew my expectations out of the water. I mean, it was very well attended. Mrs. Meyer did a tremendous job putting it all together and getting donations. The teaching staff alone that they came in and worked, I was blown away by that as well, how many teachers that we had involved, the participation by the community, all of the scholastic donations that the teachers took their points for their scholastic book orders and had a whole table full of brand new books that kids could win. And it was really neat. None of the awards or things that the kids won had anything to do with what was happening at the carnival, which I was even more impressed with. It was all about how many books they read during the school day, and they could fill out a ticket, and that went into a drawing. So my own children had a blast. My wife worked at the Little Duck Pond, and it had something for every age. So it was very, very well attended, and it was very impressive. So a huge thank you to all of the teachers that donated their time, and then also Mrs. Meyer and the PTO committee that put it all together. So it was really neat. We also had parent-teacher conferences on the 6th. When we also are at the elementary level, and then again on the 11th tomorrow, the parent-teacher conferences tomorrow night at the elementary building. So some really neat things to share outside, even outside of I know a lot of times I'm sharing more sporting events, but this was a lot of just fun extracurricular kind of activities that all of our kids at every level were a part of. The Spanish club, I forgot to mention, came over. Mrs. Funk brought the Spanish crew over and donated the high school kids donated their time, and were working some of the games that the little buggers got to go and play. And we had a cotton candy machine that I was told Doc Paulson donated and let us use, and I think Miss Millar and Miss Robel got a little carried away with that, and there was cotton candy everywhere. It was very fun. So very well attended, and really a neat atmosphere to be a part of, and for the kids had a blast. So and then we have early release on the 12th coming up, and then we're off for Easter break. So a little bit of a break coming up.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good. A lot of things happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll move on to our future agenda items. So we'll talk about board policies then. That'll be one thing that the board will talk about. Anything else that anybody foresees coming up?
I have approval of a student insurance, and then the health and dental insurance coming up. Which are both good news, which is...
The wrestling club wants to address the board about some concerns they have about their lack of space. And I guess they have to rent space at the community center. And they were looking for reimbursement for some rent that they have to pay.
I think the club, the elementary club program, I think rents
right.
some space, but
They just, one of the members mentioned it to me. They might be coming to you with some
and I can bring
some concerns there.
I can bring the numbers. I believe we split the cost with the club on. I don't want to misspeak. I'll bring the numbers at the next meeting.
I just was informed of that. So.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Then we will not be needing our closed session tonight. So now then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
You can't do it. I will make a motion.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We are adjourned.